If a person says that they have faith, but then they go to the hospital when their appendix ruptures, does that make them a liar? Well, the brilliant creator of this meme seems to think so. If you really value faith over science, then prove it. The next time you get sick, go to a church instead of a hospital. We can start by examining this meme by taking a look at what this meme does well. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and move on to where this meme takes a nosedive into stupidity. Starting at the first word, we read, if you really value faith over science. Okay, let's stop there. What does it mean to value faith over science? If the meme is speaking of faith in the way that the Bible uses it, then they're already off to a bad start. Most of the time in the Bible when the word faith is used, it can be better translated as the word trust. And this is trust in what you have good evidence or good reason to believe. You don't need to be a Greek scholar to know this. All you need to do is read the New Testament. We see that Jesus didn't spend 3 years just making claims and not backing them up. Instead, he told people to believe because of the evidence and the miracles that he performed. Christianity is unique compared to the other world religions in that it invites people to investigate its claims to see if they're true. By this, I don't mean going inside and evaluating an internal personal experience, but instead I mean looking at the evidence that's external and out there in public. Christianity itself says that if its central claims are not true, then you're wasting your time and you're to be pitied above all men. This is why Paul the Apostle said that if Christ didn't really raise from the dead, then his preaching is useless and so is your faith. So if there's one thing that faith isn't, biblically speaking, it's faith that runs away from the truth and true evidence. With that in mind, we realize that we don't have good reason to think that God doesn't want us to go get medicine when we're sick or to not go get help. And this should be obvious given the emphasis that the Bible puts on taking care of one another and taking care of the sick. If God wanted us to just pray for miracles instead of helping others, then the Bible wouldn't be constantly commanding us to help those who are in need, take care of them, and love them, even those who hate us and who are our enemies. Now second, notice how the meme is trying to create a dichotomy between science and faith, seemingly oblivious to the fact that the entire scientific revolution was started by men of faith. Yup, they were all Christians, so there is no either or in this case. It wasn't a dichotomy for those who gave birth to the entire scientific revolution, and it's not a dichotomy for Christians today. And lastly, let's envision this. The creator of the meme gets sick. Does he go to church? Of course not. He's not one of those silly religious people. Instead, he looks up the nearest hospital, St. Mary's Hospital. He looks up the other hospitals nearby and reads the names to himself. Okay, Holy Adventist Hospital, Calvary Hospital, St. Joseph's Medical, Holy Cross Hospital, Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical. How can this be? These are all hospitals started by people of faith. I thought faith was opposed to hospitals. Maybe that's because Jesus told his followers to heal the sick. I guess that would explain why the early church is known for tending to the sick. And also why this went on through the Middle Ages, where monasteries were the medical centers of Europe, and why Catholic scientists and clergymen made a number of important discoveries that aided to the development of modern medicine and modern science. And probably why female religious organizations like the Sisters of Charity, Sisters of Mercy, and Sisters of St. Francis opened some of the first modern hospitals. Not to mention that Christian missionaries established healthcare centers in Asia, Africa, and all over. Maybe that's why. Nah, faith is blind. The letter J didn't even exist until 600 years ago. How could Jesus be the name above all names? What's this? This video that my friend just sent me. What do you mean the existence of Jesus was an inside job? I better avoid this video. I'd hate to see my favorite argument get crushed. Oh no, it's on autoplay. No, my faith is being ruined. This guy's in my head. I guess I better subscribe so I don't miss any of his new videos. And the next time I tell someone to pick between faith and science, I already know what they should ask me. What do you mean?